looks like. Go ahead and reload my session. Go ahead and reload Twitch. That's fine. Oh, it didn't reconnect. Created a new one. Oops. There it goes. Alright. Sorry about that. Apparently I lost internet. Had a lightning strike and it disconnected me from the internet for a few seconds, and now it's back up and running. Just wait for the game to reload. Did you know while dropping the river holds space to break? Yeah. Very aware. However, it looks like when it kicked me out of the game, it was only, a couple minutes back, so I don't know where y'all were, what y'all saw. I do apologize for that. I'll actually repost the link over on Twitter. Code retreat. New YouTube. Sorry for the disconnect. Send out the updated YouTube link. Because, it's life. For those that are watching on Twitch, for you it's seamless. Unfortunately, YouTube creates a new link every time, so the disconnect was for the game was before the I grabbed the drum. Not a big deal. However, for the stream, I don't know how long I was offline before it finally registered that I lost power or lost internet. So I do apologize for that. But we're back up and we're good to go. There we go. Pull us down just a little and go in, grab it, pull it back. So now that it's elevated, what I'll do is I'll actually pick up whatever's left on the ground and break down oh, battery's dead. I tried to salvage the battery. Oh well. Those research labs, those are not going to be fun because they bring in multiple fighters. So I'll need to have a more robust assault vehicle. But this was more of a test scenario to check the the red truck to see how efficient it was going to be. So yeah, check out the full front end. It's got ammo. I will take it, because we need that in this thing. Because that works for me. Now let's drop the... Pull it in. Pull it over. Pull it in to the green pads. Let go. And we'll fold up the turret here. Put everything in. Good to go. Close. Turn it around. And then we'll go turn the green pads on and we're good to go. Because I feel we don't have a board on here to lock everybody. Should be like, you know, 3 groups. Blue mag pads. Lock. Pink mag pads. Lock. Red. Lock. Gray. Lock. Green. Lock. And white. Lock. So everybody else is, you know, unlocked. Alright. So now we have the oh, those are transports. I'm not surprised. Those are fine. They're in the air. It's those research labs I'm worried about. They're a concern. The others things are not. The freighters, not right with them. This has got some doors. I may get shot. No? There's the buck. One AI control model. Check, please. This has got some serious parts in it, though.
Inventory.
Because it's got some stuff that I can't make. I don't think I can make doors. No, I can make hangar doors. Okay. So I can make hangar doors. Just good parts. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. There's a locker. Oh! I will take you. Survival kit. This is useful. Upstairs. Please tell me there's no turrets upstairs. Oh, no, it's the roof. Never mind. Yeah. Really? You're useless. Okay, so up here we have a basic refinery. That is amazing. We need that. We have a basic refinery and some batteries. Oh my gosh, it's full. The question here, though, is what can we do to salvage as much of this building as possible? If I lose internet connection, I do apologize. It's gonna be one of those days. Oh my god, that's a lot of ammo.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. Oh my goodness. This thing has so much uranium. Does it have a reactor in it? No, it doesn't. It's got a hydrogen generator. It's got a hydrogen engine. But not a reactor. Oh my goodness. You are amazing. Isn't there a... No. I think I'm in one of the generic containers, though. So the other one would have been nice to salvage. This one... I think it would hold like half the building. I don't care about the toilet. I don't care about that. There's a kitchen over here. Don't care about that, really.
Inventory full.
Oops. I think I'm going to take that whole side of the building with me. To be honest. Get everything in that cargo container. Get that loaded on the ship. Honestly.
Inventory full.
Yeah, dropped it down the shaft. But no, seriously, getting a lot more stuff on here will be amazing. So, let me... Okay. The only thing I really need is this wall. I don't need the rest of it. cargo containers. Really? Alright. Well. Like I said, I don't really need... hold on. Cool. There we go.
Energy low.
Yes, I know. I'm aware. This one we're gonna definitely be sucking a bunch of parts out of. Actually, I can use theirs. To be honest. We have a survival kit in here. And we're gonna take that with us. Like I said, that whole sidewall, we're just gonna take that whole wall. But I want to get everything off the roof because oops. Well, yeah, push me out. That's fine. The personal gun ammunition, not really useful. This thing is... That's useful. Gatling ammo here is useful. All the ammo is useful. Don't get me wrong. Because I can take the ammo and reverse it. You know, and convert it down to base components so I can make the ammo I do need. So there is always that. But like I said, this wall here, we're just going to take that whole wall. At least a chunk of it anyway. In this case, though, I'm going to unload my stuff. And we're going to cut the wall out. Now, this small cargo container, I'm not taking this with me. Just not taking that with me. I'm not going to take most of this wall with me. Because I don't need all this weight. The plates weigh almost nothing. And the components weigh a lot.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
It's fine. I mean, it takes a lot of weight to pick this stuff up. But, what's that like? It's not a big deal. Because we'll just cut it out. And we'll be good to go. This is where the fun begins, because you're collecting real components, real parts. This basic refiner is amazing. It's an amazing find. Just like that tower up there is an amazing find. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it down.
Inventory.
Because I'm not taking this thing with me. Not the whole base. I mean, that other one I considered taking with me. Ouch, that one really hurt. But this one here, if I found this, like, first, and had no other facilities, this would have been amazing. However, we are not going to leave all of these materials behind. Not one we can take with us. Alright, and this one here. Look at all that ammo. This, like I said, this was an absolutely amazing find at a time that I really needed it. Because I don't have a lot of ammunition. So it's really useful.
Full.
Because this is like a bunch of power cells and stuff in it. Which is fantastic. So, this is going to be fun. I'll get this wall tore apart. Because I'm not taking anything I don't need.
Inventory full.
However,
Inventory full.
all of these parts, the superconductors, the gravity generator parts, all of that is extraordinarily necessary if we're going to get that ship up and running. We're going to need all these parts. So, now, we'll go upstairs, we'll grab the tower. Oh, wow! I did not expect that to blow up. Okay, well, my mistake. That was not expected. Wait, that's battery. That was not expected. I mean, normally you can just drop something like that and it's not a big deal. It's not normally going to blow up on you. But, you know, it's life. We can live with that. Now, once we get this detached and mounted on the truck, we'll be fine. Take out this interior wall, take out the exterior wall. I'm not sure how far down I need to take out. I think I have to go all the way down to the bottom floor. Which is fine. Because, once I get this facing wall out, and we're clear on this side, then we'll be able to bring the truck around, get it stabilized. So we're gonna do that now. Let's go ahead and dump my load, and I'll just load it from the front. Alright. And then forward. There we go. Now, to keep us stabilized, we're going to take our piston, get us locked to the ground, and from there, I know this thing really needs to be touched up, but it's okay. We're fine. There. Extend it out. Now I think we're going to want to extend this. So I can pick it up from like first down. And take it over. Take it back, take it back, take it back. Nine. There we go. I didn't want it to get into the Phantom Force category, where I could just do some really weird stuff. That's the last thing I wanted. So before I detach this, I'm going to make sure that it's not full of anything valuable. So like this container here, it's got a bunch of ammo and stuff in it. It is half full of ammunition. That's not going to make me happy if it blows up. But it's not particularly problematic, I don't think. I think the crane's got enough strength for it. You know what? I think before I do this, I'm going to take everything of serious value out. Uranium, ammunition. Sure, I'll just take all of it. I'll just take everything out. We'll put it into one of the other cargo containers. I have other cargo containers I can put it in. They're all full. Of course they are. Which is fine. Like I said, I have other cargo containers. Because I don't want to have any of this stuff accidentally get blown up because it clanged out as I'm trying to pick this thing up. Also, it reduces the weight significantly. Which is also important. Now the basic refiner. I own that, I own that. I own that, I own the refiner. I do not own the assembler. Basic assembler. That's also useful. We do have one basic assembler. But we don't have more than one. So we've got everything with the batteries hacked. And that's only because batteries are hit and miss on the hackability. So I just didn't feel like hacking the batteries, knowing that they're hit and miss, and being able to hack them. So I'll do that when I'm back at home, and we have more time to break out the slower grinder, and I don't think I have a slow grinder with me. If I do, no, I do have a slow grinder with me. Tools. Character tools. Slow grinder. So I could actually do the batteries. However, let's go ahead and give me a safe save. That way if this crashes, we're not completely lost. Now the last one here is this one by the under the engine. Doing it this way puts me in a position that if it does something weird, I am relatively safe from whatever it's gonna do. Alright, so pull her back in. As long as we don't use the rotor at the end, we'll be fine. Because that particular rotor is a little wonky, and I don't like using it if I don't have to. Now, this particular plate of hell is... God, that's a bulk unit! Alright, so if we flatten it out, like so, and then we extend those out, pull it back up, and then ease it down. Um, yeah, the crane is about as stable as it's gonna be. For the kind of crane it is. Go back in a little bit. Now, there is a type of crane called an inverse kinematics crane. I do not have those controls available to me. But it does exist. And if I had one, this would be a lot easier. All right. Let me lock it first. I don't care. This is way too valuable. I lost the white buttons in the back. It's way too valuable to risk losing this much high-end gear. Because I got pompous. Or arrogant, or whatever you want to call it. The last thing I want to do is screw up receiving, taking this much back home. Now on the other side, there might be some more stuff useful to take back. I'll look. It might just be a small cargo container or something along those lines. If that's the case, then I'm not too worried about it. But I will fill up the cargo containers we have. So like this one here is half full. Now, there is another small cargo container. And what I can do with this one, because it is empty. There. Yeah, slap it up on the side of the truck. Not where I like it sitting, but let me see if I can straighten it out. I'm gonna have to rebuild the truck. I took a lot of damage on the bus. And switch. Auto lock. Give me the auto lock off, the switch lock off, and then this one here will grab it. Grab the switch lock. Alright, so that's the bottom one. There's one on the bottom too. Down there. It's the one that's got it. See? Good. going to drill these out. Grab all the steel from this. There we go. And then we'll go back up. That'll ensure I have enough storage for everything from this site. Because, you know, all the good stuff in here
Inventory full.
is going to take me a bit to unload. But to be honest, I don't mind. Because what this has given me is an insane amount of uranium. It's given me a bunch of ammunition.
Inventory
Again,
full.
we needed it. And it's given me, you know, whatever's in these things. Because one of them had, here's another one,
Inventory
absolutely full. All of those power cells, we need those for the big ship. I mean, there's like
Inventory full.
a bunch of power cells in here. Yeah, we've picked up, there's 20 power cells in there. 20 power cells, so that's 40 power cells. That's half of what we need for a dead battery. So they take 8. For one that's completely dead. Now we'll grab the survival kit. Hopefully it's not heavy. I don't know if it's heavy or if it's just stuck. No, it's not heavy. I can lug it around. Ooh, I can even pick it up. Thank you, sir. So it's just the doors left, I guess. Looks like it. Well, let me go upstairs just to make sure. Because these things are just construction components and steel, which not a big deal. Yeah. So there's nothing else outside. At least on top anyway. There's nothing on this floor. It's on bulletproof glass. Again, don't really need that. I can make bulletproof glass. So it's just the components from the last of the equipment. Sweet. I don't need all this steel plate.
Inventory.
So that's positive. So I'm not going to be salvaging all of that. When you think about the fact that each of these doors has 16 motors in it,
Full. Inventory.
2
full.
computers. And since motors and computers are 2 of the things that we're always needing, the computers more than the motors, though. We really need more computers than motors,
Energy low.
but, you know, it's a thing. Let's focus on, I think we're going to focus on getting those motors and computers out rather than the rest of like the tubes and whatever, because we're getting full Maybe I should have kept that other small cargo container that this thing had. We don't need it, because I don't really need all the steel plate. But the rest of this stuff
Inventory full.
is useful. It's valuable. So, don't really need like this, the motors and steel tubes, whatever,
Inventory.
because I can make those. I still have one more small cargo container that I can use. It's the one that's a little harder to get to, but it's fine.
Inventory full.
Because it's the one's on the back of the flatbed. But
Inventory full.
that's it. We're done here. Now let's go ahead and unlock the switch. Let's make sure the AI is off. Because I'm not intentionally going to go near anything that can cause me harm. Now, granted, I think I might swing by that one, that partially deconstructed base. No, because I think I want to salvage the majority of that base. I don't know. I haven't decided. I might just scrap it out, but I'll have to see. But we're full. We're heading back. We're going to have to figure out where I'm going to put this automation brick. I'm thinking on the end of the ship by the freighter. Put it over there. Put it on that side of the building. And that might do okay. I'm not too sure. That is on the way. It's got 11 minutes left. I really could use a better saw. Get that top end saw, that advanced saw, whatever. So I might go over there and check it out and see if whatever they happen to have is something that I can actually use. If it's the normal stuff, I might just grind it down and just be done with that. Okay. Stop us. Alright, let's go have a look. I mean, I can use the computers from it. That I could use. Definitely need the steel from it, though. The steel from it's kind of an annoying thing I don't really need. But, oh no. It is the medium one. Oh man. This one is like the one that you're always wishing to find early on. Because the medium container is like always needed. Unfortunately for me, it means I need to play with it if I want to keep it. And I always keep these if I can, especially like right now, because I could really use another container. Just in case. So. But I do have what I need to be able to attach it. So. What we do is we drop it right here. Which is fine. Then we grab a couple merge blocks. And usually, tell that to unlock and slide it out just a little. Because that's on half blocks, it doesn't actually seat correctly. But what we can do is there used to be a block there, but there's not at the moment, so it's gonna take me a second. Oh, and a half what I need. So, right here, there used to be a block. And then, you do a merge block on top of it. Merge block on top of that one. Here it goes. And now it's attached to our frame. So we don't have to worry about it trying to nope out. Now I don't know what that is. I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue what that is. I guess we'll slide over and look. Looks like a truck or something? I don't know. Let's have a look. It's not gonna shoot us, that's for sure. Usually it's buildings we have to worry about. That want to shoot us. So we'll cloud over here, we'll have a look at it and see what this is. What is it? Oh, I have already salvaged these train cars. Okay. Moving on. Works for me. Like I said, that bar is a little too close to the locations, but one thing I will do is once we've beefed up the trailer a little bit, as you beefed up the gun trailer, we'll be able to come back out and do a little more work. Because my cargo trailer can bring stuff home, usually, but the gun trailer doesn't have enough firepower to take on more than one or two drones. So, honestly, if we get droned, we could be in trouble. And it's not very stable. So, I'm thinking it needs to be a wider platform, and it needs to have a couple more guns on it. Now they can be the standard like Gatling turrets or whatever. That would be fine. I don't need to use the custom turret controller or whatever for all of them. So we could do, it could be, a couple of Gatling turrets for all that matters. I just need to get them in there and get them piped up so that we can actually have a little more firepower when we do run into drones. I think I was debating on trying to salvage that gold ship today. We still have time. Well, kind of. By the time I get this unloaded, we're not really going to have time. So, because I got to get all this unloaded. I want to get the, that brick mounted. And the other components, for the most part, they're probably just going to get scrapped. And the engines I'll keep. The custom turret controller, I'll keep that. Because that's like all useful stuff. But, we do want to make sure that we have everything we need. Like this gold ship, I was going to come get some stuff from this. But it's got like all that shop stuff. With that one base that I'm thinking about just picking up and bringing home. Oh, that the service station. Has a lot of the same stuff in it. And if you see here, I did try to drill it out last time we were at this one. But it goes down like 2 blocks. And that makes it a real pest to dig out. But, so we gotta figure out where we're gonna put this brick. Because, it's a thing. I'm also going to need to hack all the batteries. Which isn't too big of a deal, considering I do have the power cells that I can use to repair them. Unfortunately, I really need more power cells for the transport. But what I could do is repair these batteries and use the crane to swap them out. So all the batteries I keep finding and being able to bring home, I could put them into the transport instead. Now, some of them I can do that with, some of them I can't. Like there's one on the top that I unfortunately think I've put power cells into. Or it has a bunch of power cells, one or the other. And it's got a bunch of power cells or whatever, then I'd rather just repair it. Rather than burn it out. considering we can't replace power cells. And I can't make power cells. So, I have to take that into consideration too. It is one of the few things I can't make. Power cells, reactor... I can't make reactor components at the moment. I can't make power cells at the moment. I can't make solar cells. Thruster components, I don't think. I think I can make thruster components. One of the things I'll probably end up having to do this week offline is go do some mining. Because I need to find some more ore, I think. I'm not too sure. Where I think I just want to put it over here. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go to the ship real quick. Because I want to see what our stats look like. So I have magnesium, I have cobalt, I have a little bit of iron, I have no nickel, I have some silicon, there's gravel, and there's uranium. Okay. What do I have for ingots? I have some iron ingots, some cobalt, some magnesium, some nickel. I don't like the fact that this thing... Let's change this one out. I don't want ingots, I just want ore. Because like this one's got just ingots on it, and that's got all the components. I'm not worried about that one. Yeah, that's fine. The question is where I want to put that thing. I'm thinking right here. Just kind of stick it on this platform here. I think that's where I'm going to put it. It'll be a little rough. But it's serviceable. Now, to make our lives easier, by God, a little safer. You come into the junkyard. Yes. Into the junkyard. Fighter, can I lift you up? I don't know if I can lift up the fighter. It might be too heavy. This does not have a charging port yet. So, I mean, it's got tons of time on it at the moment. I'm going to bring it over here. And I'm just going to shut her off. Until I can get a proper charging port set for it. Now, the that fighter. Come on. Can I lift it? No. However, if I go grab my other fighter, I can. And that one's a little easier to control than the crane in tight spaces. Not much, but it is a little. Let's see. Where's that bad? Oh, that's in a bad spot. And it does have 10 power cells in it, but that'd be kind of hard to get in and maneuver around. Alright, so 7, 8, 9, up. And the drone that I'm picking up right now is actually the same drone that became this thing. Now this does not have enough thrust to move that monstrosity. Oh, easy. But we'll take this over here. We'll drop it off on the platform. Just so it's out of the way. Now, I can try to use it to lift this thing. But I don't think it's going to work out so well. Yeah, no. I don't have the strength for it. Let's put this back. Now that is assuming it's actually unlocked. Like it's supposed to be. There we go. Okay. So we'll verify that it is actually unlocked. And then we'll figure out where we're going. Yeah, no, it's unlocked. I just need to move it around. I think we're going to use the back control seat. Mainly because it's a little easier to see from back here. All right, hold on. Oh, that thought. Before I do anything, I better put my ground on. Because if I don't, then we're going to be up a snot. This thing is big, it is large, and it is hard to control. So, where we're going to put it is the topic of debate. More than anything else. Okay. I want to grab that spot right there. Okay. I think the head rotor let's do that. Mainly because it'll make it a lot easier and it'll wobble a lot less. There we go. Now, is there anything on that side that I can use as an access port? Just the cargo container. But what we can do is we'll put a merge block right now. Well, I can do that. Right there. I'm not actually going to weld that up. I just need it for a placeholder. So now I just need to get this thing lined up. There. Okay, lift it up. And then move it over. Not that far. Bring it back. I've actually gotten really good with this particular crane in doing like merge block setups. Easy. There. As I said, I've gotten pretty good with this particular crane on merge blocks, so bring it up just a little bit. takes me a few moments. It's kind of hard to see. But, there it goes. And then 9. Easy peasy. Now, to make that all come into the network, all I have to do is, oops, collapse, turn, lower. So, and then we'll disconnect this. Okay. So this is now connected. I mean, it looks precarious as all hell. But, I said it looks precarious as all hell. But it is. And now it's in the network. Which means the assembler and refiner are probably doing a thing. No. Not really. My 2 basic refineries are both empty, out of ore. It's fine. Okay. Let me do a, there it goes. So that brings that into the network. It also gives me a hydrogen generator if I need one. And then I got the batteries on top that I'm going to have to hack out. There we go. There. Now, from up here, the only thing I don't have access to is these. And I don't want to break them, because if I break them, then... How's it going, Thunder Gamer? Heavy machinery, how have you been? I have been doing well. I lost connection earlier, but, you know, that's life. We are working through... we're working through life. We just got this equipment loaded. Okay. You almost always lose one power cell on these, and it's fine, I don't care. It's just the way it works. how have you been doing? We found a couple of good places to pull some resources from. Unfortunately, the big problem we have at the moment is I just don't know what I need other than computers. I do have the power cells, thankfully, so I can fix these. And they'll be owned by me now, because that's important. So I can actually move them if I wanted to. I can actually detach these and move them into my transport. See, there's my transport. It's, called tetanus because, it's all rust. And, yeah, that's the thing. So we now have 2 basic refineries. I have 1 basic assembler, and I have 2 standard assemblers. I want an industrial assembler and an industrial refinery, but those I haven't found yet. Do they exist? Yes, I'm pretty sure I can find them. I just don't know where. Let's fix that. Where to. Oops. Well, I know where to look. I just have to go out into the fields and just try and dig them up. And okay, cool. So that's the only damage in this small area. I took some gunfire earlier today, and we're still... I haven't gone through and repaired everything yet. I mean, it's not bad. The majority of the parts that got damaged were basically low priority stuff. But it is what it is. And I would love for this thing to be a gunboat as well as my primary, salvager hauler thing. But frankly, that's just too much to ask for out of my out of this thing. So it's just too much to ask for out of our... Oops. But it's okay. There's a little bit of damage back here, apparently. Not a big deal. Alright. Let's put this thing away for the moment, because right now it's just in the way. And it does need some minor repairs. I mean, it's missing a few panels, and we are it's got power. I'm not worried about the power. I was putting it away just to put it away, because we're gonna have to put in the replacement parts anyway, because white lost its controls. Jesus. turn the battery to charge. So, one of the things that I'm thinking about doing is actually building a second one of these platforms, but having it dedicated to just being a gun platform. Because my little gun turret thing, it's good and all, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. Velocity, go home. And off. 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 And then we'll dock this thing so it can unload. Oh, my landing gear. I forgot my landing gear was on. Alright. Now we're cooking. So we've got some good stuff now. The survival controller I'm going to mount somewhere. I don't know where we're going to mount it, but we'll mount it somewhere. We'll find a place that actually kind of makes sense. Probably inside next to one of the, where one of the pipes are. Huh? Huh. There we go. Oh, the turret, I think it's still on. It is. Don't need that running. There it goes. 9. And everything inside will empty shortly. Uranium! Look at that uranium! It's so crazy. It's a lot of uranium. There's even more over here. It's crazy how much uranium we have. It's absolutely nuts. Thing is, though, I have so much more stuff. There we go. See now what we can do here. Oops, put the draw back. Oh, I can't do that there? Okay. Oh, can I put it through? Here? Yeah. I can't. This is gonna take a minute to get all this stuff uploaded. But thankfully, because I happen to have this set up in this specific way, it's not too bad. Trust me, it definitely helps. Alright, you have a nice night. We're just gonna be sorting stuff for a while. So all of that stuff, I got 67 computers. Well, that's useful. And I got a bunch of motors. And I got a bunch of... I got a bunch of steel plate, which isn't really a big deal. It's not really that useful, to be honest. But, you know. Alright. And then... So the survival kit... If we carefully undo this... we'll be fine. Yeah. So it's got one on each end. So yeah, we can put it right here or right here. This one would probably be easier to get it into. I'm gonna pull this up here for now. This one here, I want to make sure it's empty. Oh, it's not bad. It's actually not bad at all. It could have been worse. It could have been way worse. But we're fine. There is a lost factory over there. It's only 4K out. I could go over there with my Gatling gun. And, check it out. Alright, auto lock off, switch lock off, grab the container. So I'm kind of curious about that one, so let me, this isn't that far away. I got 23 cargo, 23 of the autocannon ammo bags. I'm gonna need some more of that. Oops. So the Gatling mags, I'm gonna need, say, 30. There we go. I can't put it in the... Oh, it's off. Wait, why can't I put it in the inventory? I forgot. I turned it off. There we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and save real quick. That way if anything glitches, we're okay. So we have this thing 4K out. It's not far, but it's inside our perimeter. And I'm not a huge fan of having um, 'cause, 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 ' All depending, yeah. Not a huge fan of having, weapon systems inside my perimeter. So, it's definitely a problem. And I'd rather not have them, be there. And we'll stop here to check out this little beacon. Oh, my garbage. Yeah, I just realized, though. I was going after that thing. And I forgot all of my tools. Literally all of my tools are back in the bunker. So I get my tools, and then I'll even remember to grab a rifle, just in case I need it, for interior turrets. Because I'm not going to be able to, it's not going to be able to shoot interior turrets. But it's okay. I'll get myself some basic tools. And we'll go from there. Because if we need it, if it looks interesting enough, I'll come back and grab the heavier gear. I'm not really too interested in the buggy cockpit has rifle and a couple mags. Which buggy cockpit? Don't even know. I'm not even sure which buggy that is. Let's see. This is the standard rifle. That's the submachine gun version. I don't have the sniper version, do I? No, I don't. Give me one of those, and give me 10 of those. So now I'm good to go. Alright. Now we can go check out that factory. Yeah, no, it turns correctly. It's just a matter of time. Alright, let's go check out the factory. One thing I wish you could do is have the dampeners set to on for tires, so it just keeps you going at consistent speed. That would be nice. I think the thing's still here. I'm not worried about it. Well, I'd head back. I will stop in to check to see what the cargo container on this had in it, if anything. because it's always possible that the cargo container has something useful in it. No. Though I've also had him kill me. So that's everything of value I have. After that, it's not really valuable. I do want to see what this factory is. Now, losses, the Lost Colony modules, these aren't always in good shape. I've seen some of them where they've been in pretty good shape. I've seen other where they're absolutely abysmal. So it's really hard to say what it's going to be like until we get on top of it. And this weather is not helping. Just in case. We'll turn it on to AI here. Once we get into range, it will shoot if it sees a gun. Now, hopefully... It looks like it... I don't know what this thing is. Well, let's get into range here. Once I'm in range, the turret will take over. Assuming there's anything to shoot. The lost ones don't always have guns. However, every once in a while they've got a gun. So, there is that. Alright. Let me get my rifle. We got a beacon. There is no turrets on this side. No turrets on this side. So, weapons on top. Let's go ahead and hack the door real quick. And see what's inside. If we're lucky, it's a factory, it'll have something industrial and useful. If we're unlucky, it'll have guns and it'll want to kill me. But
Inventory full.
from here, I can hack it. Grab this. have 3 interior turrets. So that is a thing we need to worry about. Don't see one there. Don't see turrets. No? What do we got? Power cells. An industrial refinery. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're taking this thing home. Alright, let's go ahead and hack this real quick. We are taking this home and attaching it to the house somewhere. Where? I don't know where. Alright, so we have batteries, an antenna, some exhaust pipes on the top, that's fine. Two industrial assemblers and 2 refineries. Alright, I need to find an assembler. I will.
Inventory full.
Alright. There's the refinery. It doesn't tell me what it can and can't process. That's fine, though. Okay. Alright, so here's the refinery. Here's some of this that I want. I need to know. With you, we can produce nothing more than we already have. Okay, so I don't get any of the components that I don't already have access to. Apparently losses don't hate me yet. But it's going to, because we're going to hijack this whole base. Okay, so I think that's all of them. It was just the 3. Yeah, 3 interior turrets. sure there's nothing else there. Alright, so... from here on out, we'll just have to bring the truck down here
Inventory full.
in order to bring this online, in order to bring this home. Here's the other industrial assemblers. This is crazy. We found a fully functional factory. Most of the time we find like these things in fragments and pieces. Alright, so that gives us access to everything now. Okay. Grab the antenna real quick. So that's hacked. The big thing
Inventory full.
is finding as always, finding the AI block. It's always the big trick. It's inside somewhere, I just have to find out. Okay. I wasn't expecting this one to want to shoot me because it's a loss. But you never really know. You know? That means you never really know if they're gonna want to shoot you. Other times, you know, it's hard to tell. Okay. That's an H2O2 gen. I think this whole building is just gonna come home with me. I like the last one, which just had a nice chunk of good stuff. This one has like a whole world of good stuff. Oh, look at this! Look at all this! Who ordered all of that? Look at all that! It's crazy. That one I've got. I know. Right, so I gotta get this one. And grab that tank. I don't actually have a hacking mod installed, so I can't see what needs to be hacked in a facility. I thought about putting one in, but I figured that's not as much fun. I mean, it is easier if you can see all the rooms that you have to hack in order to take over a facility, but in truth, that's just like takes a lot of the fun out of it.
Energy low.
It's alright. There's a bin upstairs that I can sit at. I can also check to see what is access denied. The 4 batteries. One of the factory lockers. And the remote controlled. Which is what I'm looking for. Is the remote. the remote is. Yeah. Oh, locker. Let's see here. Oh, there's still one more locker. Here it is. The armories are a problem. Alright. Let's go ahead and bring this thing down. Get these batteries done and out of the way. It's fine. I think there's a rack of power cells off to the side. So as long as I don't burn too many of them, we'll be fine. The trick is to keep it as small as possible. Now it will come down power-wise. It'll power down in a minute once I do this. So there is that. So I don't want to do that until I confirm that I have power cells. I do. Right here. There we go. You're good. Just go ahead and just hack all this stuff. Get us all back online, and factory's ours. We'll move it. That will be an after project, though, because it's already after 11. But I gotta find that module so I can shut this thing off. That won't be a problem for me. I think the only thing I have left is the AI, is the remote control. Remote control AI. I think that's all I got left. Wherever the remote is. I don't know. That's the problem. Not knowing where the remote is. And considering, in order to move this thing, I'm going to have to put it on wheels. Whether I dig it out, or I, yeah, it's in here somewhere. But where? I don't know. It's just a matter of finding it. enough steel. I bet I can put wheels in this thing. And honestly, 3x3s would be sufficient. It doesn't have to be particularly mobile. It just has to be able to function. So if I just take all the wheels and put them, you know, all the way down, all the wheels, take their offset and go.
Energy low.
Then all the tires will be down, and all I have to do is attach a method of tow. And my little truck could do that, I think. Where is he? He's over there somewhere. So, it's got containers. It's just a matter of getting it loose. I might have to use the drill to dig out. You know, parts of it. That's always a possibility. So, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Question is, though, where is the unit? Because I'm not seeing the AI controller anywhere. Found it. So with that out of the way, all we have to do is drill out the rest of this floor. And actually, for the first time, we have a 2-star drill. Don't think there's a 3-star drill in here. I think it's just the 2. Yeah, it's just a couple 2-star drills. This is a 2-star drill, which is fine. Not the lockers. Trick is being able to cut this out without, you know, totaling the whole base. That's the trick.
Inventory full.
Because you don't want to total the base, but you gotta get rid of all of the ground connections, and in reality, this is often easier than digging it out. It's annoying. Don't get me wrong. And I'm gonna have to build a new pad for it. But it's okay. Because we're gonna have an amazing base when we're done. So as long as we don't lose anything, you know, like having the floor come out from underneath me and one of these boxes decides to take a tumble. That'd be a nightmare. But it's okay. This particular area is
Inventory full.
okay.
Energy low.
Alright. Well, ups a daisy. Not a big deal. Just gotta get some power. Now the truck. I think once we get this thing free with the low friction or zero friction wheels, our little truck here should be able to handle it. Now let's see. Home's over there. Because what I'll do is I'll cut out this side. And then I'll put it in the middle. Okay, so what we want to do is we want this to be, actually we are dead bot in the middle. Okay, so to make this work, we're gonna need light armor blocks and a landing gear. Frankly, it doesn't matter which landing gear. Oh, I need steel plate. Well, that's easy. We're digging up so much steel plate right now, it doesn't matter. Alright. So we'll see if I happen to have this stuff inside already. any luck I do. Sweet. And now we don't have to worry about it. Now all I have to do is get the bottom undone. And with this particular saw will be faster than with that little standard saw, but I said I wish we had a 3-star saw. I think a 2 though. I think I have a 2 back at base. Back in the truck. But this is amazing. Finding a factory like this. I mean, I knew they existed.
Inventory full.
I just hadn't seen one yet. And the other one that we found was like amazing, but I mean, it had some good stuff in it, but this is just nuts. I mean, let's be realistic. I did not expect to find a lost factory. The other facility was that I was talking about bringing back was fantastic, but this is phenomenal. All right, let me trim this in. All right. I said we're gonna get there. It's gonna take us some time. You know, some people go through and salvage like every possible big building or whatever. Yeah, I was doing this for a while with just the base build of this particular scenario, and I didn't have a lot of other mods installed, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong, I do highly recommend playing this scenario, but it wasn't challenging, I would say. Unlike some of the other scenarios that I've played in recent years, this one wasn't a challenging scenario per se. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. But I was looking for a challenge, which is why I settled on this particular survival scenario. Because it is just that. It is a challenge. The heavy restrictions make it so that buildings like this are a gold mine. Now, in my personal experience, based on how the mods that I have are set up, this particular
Energy low.
Scenario might be a little too populated now. The original scenario has normal spawn rates, so everything is like 7 to 15 kilometers apart. It spawns every, 7 to 10 minutes. Which, if I was on a server, or I was on, working, playing with, friends or whatever, That might make a lot more sense. Before this thing decides to, take me out, let's do that. I don't want to be underneath it when this thing decides to release. Last place I want to be is have this thing be on top of me, have it release, and then have it squish me like a brick. Connected? Connected. Well, now the second half wish me luck. Getting this thing home. Hold on. The wheels should be low friction or frictionless. Right, so wheels, friction, oh, that's fine. Friction, I don't think I've got enough. I don't think there's enough parts in this thing to actually build the wheels. No. It's fine. Yeah, come on. Oh, come on. Well, my buggy here doesn't seem to have enough power. In order to be able to deal with this thing. It's not enough traction. Alright. Well, here's my landing gear. This down here. Switch lock. I'll have to go get a vehicle that's got a little more torque. Whoops. There's the container. Wait a minute, where did the container go? I did turn this off at one point, and apparently it turned itself back on. Probably when I had to restore the game after it crashed. Alright, so let's go back and grab something with a little more torque to it. Because the bus can move it. Or, if nothing else, I can get the parts to, for the bus to be able to make wheels for it. And then it can move itself. Which might be saner. But large wheels is a lot of materials, and I don't know if I necessarily have it at the moment. I may not have the materials to be able to do that. Because that's like... a lot of big steel tubes. If nothing else, there's a lot of big steel tubes. But considering I know the bus can carry it, it's not that big of a deal. The thing I have to do is I have to give the bus a different tow, because the current tow is set up for the small merge block. And rather than do that, I should be able to put a mag plate on the end and use that rather than using a merge block. Just put a mag plate next to that and just, go yank it. Oh crap, my guns are on. Oops. Apparently something's got a weapon over here. Don't know what. Don't know what's got a gun. Couldn't tell you. Alright, well, let me put a mag plate on this thing and... just do that. That as a temporary fix. And we'll go pick it up. Now, where are we going to put it? I don't know. Probably in that side that's becoming the industrial complex. Because I have that one side that's basically becoming an industrial complex. I could use a hinge and set it off at an angle. That might be a thing I could do with it. That would be something that I could do. That would be fun. And I'll have to think about it. Because this particular building definitely going to be fun. There's also that bar. I was thinking about pulling that bar back too the same way. But to do that, I'm going to have to get past those stupid virus stations. Those things summon drones, so. I don't know how bad they summon drones. I just know they summon drones. So what I might do is I just don't think this thing running. Do a test run at them. At one of them. With what I currently have. Just to see how it does. Turn these all on. Move it out. There we go. Like I said, and this thing's got enough torque that it should be able to comfortably tow. Secure? We're secure. Alright. I mean, it's going to be slow. But that's what this was designed for. It was explicitly designed for me to be able to tow pretty much anything. Oh, and trust me, if I put more wheels on it, it can do a hell of a lot more weight. I've thought about doing the subgrid wheel script and putting it on putting it on here so that I can control the trailer, which will give me 4 more wheels. Really want to go over here. Well, that's definitely a problem. The wheels. Let me just take the friction off the wheels entirely. If I just take the friction off the wheels entirely, does that make it so that we can just move? actually. What is it? Toe. If I take the horizontal toe, let me give it a more torque, more braking torque, and then force it to move. The vertical one is yeah, it's the best it's gonna get. Yeah, that's a lot of large steel tips. Right. You know what? Heck with it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I know what I'll do. This thing doesn't have enough torque to pull it over this ice. It's because we're on ice. If we were in any other scenario, we would probably have no issues. But it's okay. Because I have one last option to use. And I really don't want to use it, but it'll be fine. I'll just grab the transport shop. It's fully functional. Everything's repaired. It's got plenty of torque. It's got plenty of lift. It's not going to be a problem. I just really didn't want to move it because it is a little obnoxious to do. Just turn yourself off. Here, get the big ship and because it will be able to move it in one or two different ways. Alright, well, so the batteries are on auto, reactors are off, engines are on. I'm so short 4. Turn that off. Oops. The mag plates are no longer locked. And the connector, oh god. Cap, connector, top. And mark this one. Cap, connector, port. That way I can turn them on and off. Cap, connector, port. Switch lock, cap, connector, top, switch lock. Right, so do that one. Like I said, I've got this. It's not a big deal. I mean, I do need ice in it. Don't get me wrong. I do need to get more ice. Because we're only at 86% and the hydrogen tanks inside the base aren't full either. So, none of the oxygen tanks full, none of the hydrogen tanks are full. But it's okay. Because what I can do is I can use the front mag plates to tack onto this. And we'll be good to go. Because I only need one mag plate to lock. The trick here is to not overdo it. I mean, once we're back at base, it's not a big deal. I know I want to put that landing gear. Alright. That's actually not good. It's right underneath that stupid engine. Up. Off. Up. On. Off. Now we're not going to be burning, not going to be cooking that. What's that one engine? I know we're going to burn a lot more hydrogen fuel this way than I really want to. But it's okay. It's fine. Because once I get it back closer to base, I can work with it to put it into a position that is actually useful. Hold on this side. It'll need more hydrogen tanks and more hydrogen fuel, I'm sure. The factory unit being put in place will give us a huge boon. I just gotta figure out how it's gonna be attached. Now, that's the open side of the factory. I think we'll turn it over here. Like I said, we're it's going to be moved into place. probably with the boss. Ultimately. Because I don't know where it's gonna go. I guess. 9? Level me off. Thing is, I have scaffolding everywhere from where this ship was. If I don't hit the scaffolding just right, I'm gonna either damage something or cook something. How off are we on the base? Actually, if we just release the... If we release 9, so no one's locked, right? And then release 10, reconnect, relock. Now, there might be a couple damaged, but we can fix that. This is why I didn't want to do this until I actually had moved the foundation was done, but it's okay. Anybody else cause damage? Steel plates, please. It's fine. Okay. So that fixes those. Those are good. This one's good. I thought I had the pads big enough, but apparently. I didn't have the pads big enough. Okay. All right. Well, we are a little bit to the right. We're off by like, I don't know. About a foot. Because we are so close that this one here is ineffective. But it's okay. It's perfectly fine. It doesn't have to be 100%. What matters is the factory is here. Now, what we're doing with it, where we're going to put it, I don't know. But what I do know is that with it being here, I can try and make it mobile. Get into the position I want, and then what I can do once it's in a position that I want, I can attach it to the rest of the network. And it really only needs a couple of wheels, like say 2 functional wheels. It doesn't really need all the wheels functional. Just a couple of them so that it can be moved around. I might need to give it a piston in order to bring it, in order to be able to move it into position. I do need to move these vehicles out of the way though, because they're just all in the way at the moment. I don't know where this is gonna go. Because this isn't permanent, this is just temporary. It's really not that big of a deal. And then over here, because there's a lot of, like, temporary things, and I have, you know, crap all over the place over here. It's not pretty. Like, all these vehicles and whatnot, I'm gonna have to get them out of the way. Yeah, they're just gonna have to be moved. Pure and simple. But I think if I give this thing a little more strength, we'll be able to get it lifted up, driven to wherever it needs to go. And move all these. Clean up the junkyard. Okay. The junkyard definitely needs to get cleaned up after this one. Alright, so if I go into here, and I go to the wheels, and I give the wheels, say, friction normal strength, say 20. Parking brake. And power down. So it's not wasting all the battery power. See, giving that extra strength brings us into the air. And then we just have to sort out what we're doing with it. What is that? Remember it shot at something? What was it shooting at? The welder. That's what it was shooting at. The welder. I guess they're considered weapons. Alright. Well, with that turret now, I'm going to have to make sure that when I bring back anything that could be considered a weapon, I need to make sure to bring it back in an offline, in a non-them state. Because otherwise it's going to spaz out again. Potentially. There we go. And turn it around. Now, put everything back. Merge. See, merge block. And merge block here. And one here. What do you mean? Thank you. Not a big deal. Just have to get this thing merged in. I see no reason for the survival kit to not be merged in. Thank you. Now I just need to put a conveyor back in and good to go. There we go. Now you're back in. You're good to go. And we're solid. So if survival container is on board. More cargo containers, I don't know where I'm going to put those yet. And we have this factory. I don't know where that's going. Or how that's going to be plugged in yet. This one is going to take me a little bit. Because I'm going to have to figure out where it's going, how it's going to be connected, where it's going to be connected. I'm probably going to use a hinge. But I don't know. So I'm going to, between now and tomorrow night, I'm going to do some cleanup. I'm going to figure out, get all this stuff moved out of the way. I might place the factory tomorrow if I have time. We'll have to wait and see on that. It's possible I'll be able to place the factory. If not, we'll place that tomorrow, and then we'll move on from there. So thank you for dropping in. We have... I'll take a picture of our factory over here. Alright. So, there we are. There's our factory. We have everything pulled together now. I don't know what all we need at this point. We will have more refiners. We have more assemblers. We have industrial assemblers now, which is great. We have industrial refiners, which is amazing. So, we just have to get it all hooked up. And I think all of our other problems will go away. Because we still have the problems of lack of power cells and computers. We need those. But the gold ship that's nearby, we can go salvage that and get a ton of computers out of that. And we can go to a couple of other places to get those. So I'm going to do that. And I might rework the gun truck. We'll see how much time I have tomorrow to work with this stuff before the stream. But when we're done with it, we'll come back. We'll see the factory. Hopefully she'll be installed. If not, we'll get it installed tomorrow. And I will see you then.